This is Microsoft Flight Simulator running on the Xbox Series X. It's not due out yet for a few days, however Microsoft were kind enough to grant me early access so I could take a look at it and put a few videos together for you all to check out. So in this initial video we're going to take a bit of a rough and ready first look at what to expect with the Xbox release of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'd also like to thank Microsoft for sending over an Xbox Series X, which has allowed me to put together these videos. So there's a bunch of new features that have come with this release, which by the way is identical to all intents and purposes, as far as I understand at least, for the Sim Update 5 version that will be coming on PC. That is on the 27th of July. So here we are on the main menu. You will notice I'm using a mouse here. The Sim is compatible with the mouse and keyboard, and although it works perfectly fine without a mouse, you can fully use the controller. It's very well put together in that regards. I do highly recommend you get in, if you haven't got one, a very cheap Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. You can just put the little Bluetooth dongle into your Xbox and you're good to go. It makes navigating around the Sim much easier. So looking around some of the interface here, you can see we're at the marketplace is all fully functioning. It doesn't have all the content there just yet, but that will be added in on release. Here we are at the flight training menu. And you'll notice straight away that there's some big improvements here. So I've added in a whole load of new tutorials, so if you've never flown before, if you've never been in a sim before, then this will be a fantastic place to start, and we'll have a look at a couple of these in an upcoming video. Another updated feature here is the Discovery Flights. You can see the menu has also been reorganised there to give these a first up appearance. These will allow you to do some core travelling, as it's phrased there, as well as take a look around some of the world updates. Some lovely locations here then, and some great landmarks to check out. Now, one thing that has dramatically changed is the world map. You'll notice straight away that the satellite imagery here, the terrain, is vastly improved over the previous world map. And yes, there is a moon over there, as well as a space backdrop. Pretty sure that wasn't there before. So what's improved here is that as we zoom in, you'll notice that the satellite imagery doesn't fade to grey any longer. In fact, it works exactly like Bing Maps, and it will improve in quality the closer in you get. And we're going to move over here to take a look at New York. There's a few different points of interest here that we'll fly around. Perhaps I do want to fly around the Empire State Building. I always like to have a look at that first, because I think it's a great measurement of performance. In fact, New York is perhaps one of the most demanding places to fly around in the entire sim, so that's where we'll head in just a moment. So you could see the city there looks very good. The airport here also looks pretty neat. So this is much better than the grey map that we had before. Let's have a look at some random landscape at some point in the state here. Not too bad, does it? Pretty good. We can get in a little bit closer and you'll notice that it will improve a little bit more as well. So all in all, pretty good, and will help greatly in finding some brilliant flight locations. So let's have a quick fly over New York. Now keep in mind I am flying with an Xbox controller here. I haven't gone through the sensitivity settings yet to try and get the curves and the dead zones exactly where I like them, so I may get a little bit janky with some of the controls, but you've got full flexibility there in the controller menus, and we'll have a look at that again in another video in just a moment. So I want to go through some flight sticks that the sim also supports. Another thing you'll also notice here is the improved tool tips. They should help people who haven't had too much experience with the sims. Now, as I said, New York is one of the most demanding locations in the sim. It will hit the frame rate pretty damn hard, so do expect a little bit of stuttering here, some frame rate drops, but all in all it seems to work remarkably well, doesn't it? And the graphics are very good. The draw distance here is not quite as what you'd expect to find on Ultra on PC, but it is pretty good, isn't it? I do have photogrammetry enabled here as well, which means that all the city geometry, all the data here for the city is being streamed in from Microsoft's cloud. And this really is one of the key reasons why so many of the areas in the sim look so realistic. Now, sticking to the same location, let's mess around with the weather and the time of day. You'll also notice that this menu has changed quite a bit, allowing us to change the time of year also whilst we're actually live in the sim. So we're going to enable some clouds. That's a few clouds. Let's have some scattered clouds. Just look at the effect that has on the lighting. Let's go back to early morning. Lovely sun glare there. but we really want to try and highlight the city a bit and give that nice visual look to it. So I'm also going to move the clouds around. Let's lower some of those down. We've got the mid-level clouds. You can see how those can be moved up and down. What we'll do is bring the bottom layer clouds down much lower there, so we can get a good look at how the clouds actually render in the sim on console. So from here at least, I think the volumetric clouds look very, very nice. Let me know what you think. And here we're in the same location again, just moving towards dusk. Now I want to put a whole bunch of videos together on Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox. I'll be demonstrating it both on the Xbox Series X as well as the Series S. I'll also put together a couple of performance videos so we can get a bit of a feel for what the frame rate is going to be like, what to expect there. But that said, do let me know what type of videos you would like to see. Is there anything specific you want to see me show on the console version of the sim? Do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to put a video together for your requests. I'll be back very soon with some more videos. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.